Hi, my name is Zoe. I am the Tipsy Psychic, and today I'm going to talk about the compatibility between a Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp and a Leo. This is an ever-changing relationship. You're able to take things to the next level and move forward and grow. Unfortunately, with all the forward thinking, you also put a lot of pressure on yourselves to move forward in the way that you think you should. Your relationship may feel like a contest. Learn to be more understanding. It can help to focus less on the relationship and more on others who could benefit from all the energy that you both put into making things work. Use your power for good. You should share similar philosophies with a Leo. You're good at reading each other's body language and sensing if things are off or what's going on instead of actually verbally communicating. You may have a feeling that your Leo is having a bad day and you don't even have to ask them about it. You're just there for them. Like, you can sense it. You can sense that they need you. They don't have to say anything. You ask so much of each other that it can take the emphasis away from your emotions. You both might spend a lot of time one-upping each other because you know how highly compatible you are. So you'll find yourselves constantly competing for each other's affection. Your Leo might come across as this ray of sunshine in your life. They dazzle you and sparkle. They're this shiny new love, but sometimes shiny and new doesn't actually mean it works. Sometimes what has stood the test of time and may not look shiny and new, it may look like it's kind of falling apart and crumbling, actually is better and stronger. You have a lot going for you and you're capable of so much. Just don't forget to focus on what you're really good at. Your Leo might draw your attention away from those things, the things that made you feel powerful. It's good to joke around and enjoy yourself, but make sure that you don't hurt anyone's feelings in the process. Leo can make a really good partner for you. Neither one of you spend a lot of time thinking about how you fucked up or what you could have done better. You spend more time celebrating new ideas and the wins in your lives. Always celebrate the wins, even the small wins. You don't really spend a lot of time beating yourselves up. If things aren't working, you're already on to the next adventure or new idea. There's always something better to do, something more thrilling. You're so used to following your heart and you're very emotionally driven. So you may feel strange when you don't actually act that way with your Leo. For some reason, whenever you start using your emotional nature to move things forward, it doesn't work. So what usually happens is you try to compensate and you try to just solely focus on using your thoughts to drive things forward. It may feel like you're not listening to your heart at times. Both of you have to be the center of attention. There is usually a huge age gap in this relationship. It's really not uncommon for that to happen. It probably won't bother you at first, but after a while, it may start to get under your skin. You may not realize it, but your standards are pretty high for your Leo. You need to lower these standards because you could be putting a lot of pressure on your Leo. You may act immature in this relationship, but try to be the adult. It doesn't matter how old you are in this case. Even if they are older, you need to be the grown-up. Age is really irrelevant when it comes to maturity. Old people can be really immature too. I've met some really immature old people, okay? And I've met some really mature young people, so like, as you get older, age really just like, it's just a number. It doesn't really matter most of the time. So this isn't about age, it's about being respectful. You both just hate talking about things. You have to do the things you talk about. You have to do the things you say you're going to do. You both feel that way. You don't like when it's all talk. It's like your biggest pet peeve when it's all talk and no one's actually doing anything. Leo is extremely good at following their gut. They are driven by their intuitive side. But when they're with you, the focus will be on thoughts. It will be on thinking. It may force them to ignore their intuition, and this may cause tension. In a way, the relationship forces you to shut down your own drives. You don't need the spotlight as much as a Leo, but you will find yourselves trying to compete with them for it. Often an age gap can mean a generation gap too. And that's a learning curve. It may feel challenging to see eye to eye at times. Try to accept the differences. Try not to ask too much of your Leo. You may not realize how much pressure you're actually putting on them. Some of your biggest problems may actually be really immature. You may be holding on to some childish challenges, and you need to get rid of it. You might feel more feisty around your Leo. You both thrive in a chill, laid-back environment where you can just be yourselves and there is no pressure to rush things. You may not work very well if you actually meet under pressure or in an environment that is really fast-paced. You both may be very wild and chaotic and energetic, but your relationship won't work in chaos. You won't let your Leo win very easily. And it may be kind of immature of you, but if you feel shamed by them, you might try to get back at them. Your friendships aren't just about having fun. They have to be meaningful. And you both have a lot to offer the rest of your friends. And you can spend a lot of time helping others together. When you're friends with a Leo, you usually spend a lot of time together and you usually share a hobby, like a specific hobby. Whether it's biking or Dungeons and Dragons or gaming or knitting. You both get very involved with it and your loved ones can't stop you. They may complain about how much time you spend with your Leo friend. Friendships between these two are usually easygoing by nature. You have no problem starting over. And at times it may feel like you are actually destroying your relationship, but you're actually making way for new opportunities with it. You're used to being the down-to-earth one and the one who sees the harsh truth. But a Leo will make you happier and you won't focus so much on all the negativity anymore. You both make an effort for things to go the right way. And it can actually make things worse and make you both feel very irritated. This is often the classic love story of rivals turned lovers. You never really have distaste for one another, but eventually you develop an appreciation for the way they compete with you. You have a playful back and forth sometimes, and it only makes you closer to each other. No matter how petty things can get, especially on your end, there is never any disdain for each other. Being friends with a Leo is fun, and there always seems to be a reason for it. Like it was meant to be, or you were meant to do something awesome together. As best friends, you share a similar hobby or you get very invested into something, and it makes you both stronger. If one of you lets the other one win, then things are not going to go down well. Finding out that a Leo let you win, or them finding out that you helped them win, is embarrassing. It is the worst. You both make awesome travel companions. Nagging is not worth it, and you both know it. Judging each other is not really a problem. It's a waste of energy. Sex is going to be a challenge, and no matter how horny you both are, and no matter how much you both love sex, somehow your sex drives betray you when you're together. If you're like, Zoe, we have awesome sex. What are you talking about? Just you wait. Just you wait, okay? It's usually a really big problem. In a way, you'll feel sexually limited after a while. If you're going to be the one to propose to the Leo, then you might be a little bit more private about it. You're not like screaming it to the rooftops. You're more discreet. And you're definitely more practical. Like you'll make sure that everything is perfect and you're both in a really good place to be married and that everything is the way it should be. You don't make a big deal about your marriage with a Leo. When you're married, you both might have a lot of pets. Leo might fight for your relationship and refuse to give up. but you won't be good at trying to piece it back together. And it's not uncommon for you to go off and enjoy sex somewhere else, whether you have said goodbye to your Leo or not. But it usually has to be at a really, really bad point where it's like things are over. You know what I mean? Like you just haven't even said it to each other yet. But yeah, it's a common scenario. You have needs and you may not truly be trying to fix things. As friends, you are both in it to win it. And you are always playing the game. You're not afraid to cut corners if you have to. They love to ask questions, and their curiosity will make you want to ask questions and learn. You often are different generations. And it makes the older person, either one of you, feel young again. When both of you try to have sex, you make each other feel insecure. Almost like you both believe that the other is silently judging. This can put a real damper on your sex life. If the Leo is the one proposing, they will make a huge deal out of it and may invite your loved ones to watch. They will tell everyone the big news, and things will be more dramatic for them. You both would be interested in children, even if it's just looking after someone else's kid. When you get married, communication can be really strained and difficult. You will not tolerate it if your Leo belittles you or makes you feel inferior. Leo will learn very quickly that you will not tolerate that. If they do that, your home will become a war zone. Together, you can come up with new things to try, a new quest to go on. Whichever one of you is older will really get a kick out of being with someone who is younger, right? Make sure you avoid putting each other on a pedestal. It will only get in the way of your happiness as a married couple. It doesn't take much for you to offend your Leo. They may seem oversensitive to you at times, but you do know where to hit them where it hurts the most. They can get very excited about something and then you make a side comment that completely changes their emotions. Be realistic about each other's age and what that means. You need to be aware. You will rebel against your Leo if they act superior. They will pay the price. If the older one gets sick and ill, then the younger one usually can't handle it very well. Also, if the younger one just feels restless or they don't want to be tied down, then things can mess up. Obviously, there's a lot of good here and a lot of you know, but if you were born on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius, or if you're a Leo, please comment below and let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on this? Have you dated one another? Do you agree? I would love to hear from you. This is how I learn. This is how I grow, by hearing your stories and by using my knowledge and all the other stuff. So definitely let me know. And if you are facing these challenges, hopefully this video helped you understand it a little bit more and shed light on it, you know? So you can make a change in your relationship and you can prevent some things from happening. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.